Japan has the third largest economy on Earth. It's the country that gave the world the Shinkansen, robot hotels, and vending machines that sell literally anything: hot ramen, umbrellas, fresh eggs. And yet, if you walk into a local restaurant in Tokyo and try to pay with your card, there's a decent chance they'll point to a small handwritten sign that says cash only. In a country this advanced, why does cash still reign supreme? Turns out the answer is more interesting than you'd think. Let's start with the data, because it really is striking. In 2023, Japan's cashless payment rate sat at around 39%, and that was after years of government campaigns trying to push it higher. Compare that to South Korea at nearly 95%, or Sweden, where cash transactions are almost a relic. Japan isn't just a little behind. For a rich, high-tech nation, it's almost uniquely resistant to going cashless. And here's the thing, this isn't an accident. It's not ignorance or lack of infrastructure. Japan has world-class payment rails. It's a choice. Or more precisely, it's a set of very deeply embedded reasons. Japan has one of the lowest crime rates in the world. Wallets left on trains get handed in. People leave umbrellas outside restaurants for hours without a second thought. In that environment, carrying large amounts of cash doesn't feel reckless, it feels completely normal. Cash is safe here in a way it simply isn't in most countries. But there's something deeper going on too: trust in institutions. Japan has lived through multiple financial crises: the asset bubble collapse in the 1990s, bank failures, corporate scandals. An entire generation watched the banking system wobble. And when that happens, there's nothing more reassuring than money you can hold in your hand. Money that doesn't depend on a server staying online. Speaking of servers staying online, Japan sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Major earthquakes aren't a theoretical risk, they're a certainty. And when the big ones hit, digital payment infrastructures go down. Card readers stop working. ATMs go offline. After the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, cash was the only thing that worked in many affected areas. People with cash could buy food and supplies. People without it were stuck. The Japanese government actually recommends keeping emergency cash at home for exactly this reason. Cash isn't old-fashioned, it's a disaster preparedness. Now here's where it really gets interesting. In Japanese culture, money carries meaning beyond its face value. The way you handle money says something about your character. There's a concept called otishidama, the tradition of giving children New Year's money in carefully prepared envelopes. The envelope matters as much as the amount. Folding notes neatly, presenting money respectfully, these are social signs. A bank transfer doesn't carry that weight. There's also a well-known Japanese budgeting method called kakibo, a household accounting journal where you physically write down every single yen you spend. Research consistently shows that people who use cash feel the transaction more viscerally than people who tap a card. Spending cash creates friction, and in Japan, that friction is a feature, not a bug. And then there's something else: a cultural distaste for debt and a sense that visible, trackable payments are a little uncomfortable. Cash is private. A card payment is a record. For a culture that values discretion, that matters. Japan's economy has a huge number of small, independent businesses, or shotengai. Traditional shopping streets, family restaurants, local tradespeople. Credit card fees, typically 2 to 5% per transaction, are a serious burden for a shop running on thin margins. For a ramen restaurant charging 900 yen per bowl, losing 40 yen every transaction adds up fast. The government has tried incentive programs to push businesses towards digital payments. Progress has been slow. Many of these businesses have operated the same way for decades, and their customers, often older, prefer it that way too. So is Japan simply behind, or is it quietly ahead of us? When Australia's payment systems go down, and they do, people are left stranded at the checkout. When Japan's do, most people just reach into their wallet. Japan's relationship with cash isn't about being stuck in the past. It's about trust, culture, disaster resilience, and a philosophy of money that runs deeper than convenience. Maybe the rest of the world is the weird one.